Coming up, the project is finally done. We make sense of the existing house and all that's there. Work actually begins, believe it or not. And work actually gets done.
Back to the channel. As you can see, I'm safely back at home. It's in the middle of the winter, so just perfect time to catch up on what has been happening with our project. Uh, First, I need to apologize to all 7 of my subscribers for the long break, but that was not the original intent. I was hoping to record and share progress every week or every couple of weeks, something like this, but that did not happen. Italy being Italy, everything takes forever, and something what I looked at as a multi-month project turns out to be could be a multi-year project, but it is what it is, and now I have time to review all my material and catch up to speed with what's been happening. So today's video will be a progress report on what we intend to do with the house, and some work that has been actually done on the house, and hopefully there are going to be plenty of more videos to come. So like it if you do, and subscribe if you want, and there is some fun to be shared here on this channel.
Okay, I'm going to explain the layout of the house as it is now and after all the renovations we're planning before it becomes our forever home, or as I said, for the next 25 years. We haven't decided for the next 25 years, but still time to decide on this point, I guess. So this is the existing main floor with with all the rooms that are designated here. We only can guess for the purpose of a few of them really, and and the rest is a mystery, and even the locals couldn't quite explain how the whole house was working throughout the times. So we do know that I mean this is the main room with all the frescoes, a fair size room. My I'm told that it was used for village activities, children's presentations, theater, all kind of cultural activities for the village from time to time. I guess that's back to the living memory. The only evidence I found of a kitchen was this room with the sink here. I have a video demolishing that sink. You're going to see it at some point. And the only, I think these were the only permanently habitable rooms of the house, because there is a fireplace here, and this seems to be fairly kind of completed with some finishes, shelves, closets, etc. So uh, my guess is that the rest of the house was maybe used from time to time, but some of it was used all the time. But again, I'm only guessing. I found no evidence of a bathroom, inside bathroom of the house, and I actually haven't found evidence of an outside bathroom as well. So as far as number one and two, I really have no idea what they did at the time. The only other room with a purpose I found was an old chapel space right here with a Jesus fresco, which is badly damaged when somebody tried to remove the plaster at some point in the past. We are trying to preserve all the frescoes, which are kind of in bad condition, and we're researching different ways to try to save them. They're not kind of masterpieces in any way, shape, or form, of course, but they're original, and it's a history we'd like preserving. The rest of the rooms are just a bunch of rooms connected to the main space in most of the cases with no real purpose I can decipher, or I can deduct from my neighbors, really. The only thing they said that might have been used for animals, it has a direct door to the outside, and that's a real possibility. And this room was used for smoking chestnuts. There is an oven right here at the corner, which is not vented to the outside. It goes directly into this room. And then this is the huge terrace with a good view over the valley, over the Magra Valley, and excellent space in my opinion. Second floor is same thing, repetition of the first floor on the main house level only. The only access to it at this point is that spiral staircase, which is very kind of interesting, but not really useful in 2022. If you're over 200 pounds, 100 kilos, give or take, you're pretty much not getting up. It's that tiny and kind of claustrophobic. I had people refusing to go to the second floor due to that staircase. Um, another great space here with very high ceilings just under the roof, and the same bunch of rooms connected in a random way, really, to the main space. So your guess is pretty much as good as mine as what was the purpose of these rooms. And then we have the ground level, which is almost completely above ground. The only room that is partially underground is this space, which is a cantina, and that is going to be our new mechanical room here. And we have plenty of cantinas, which will be useful in the future, obviously. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight cantinas. So plenty of space for drying sausages, making wine, participating in illegal activities, etc. And that spiral space actually goes down to that ground level, and there is a kind of interior courtyard which could become some very interesting space. It's completely surrounded by buildings around the house. There is a small opening to the garden here to the outside, but that's it. Everything else is enclosed, only open to the sky, really. So again, possibilities there. And now, what is happening after all the renovations are done? So this is the main floor of the house after all the renovations, and it's a huge house. It's a 608 square meters according to the deed. That is what, 6,500 square feet. So it's plenty of space to work with. So we divided it into 5 independent apartments. We're going to live in one and rent out to Airbnb the rest of them to create some income for the Dolce Vita lifestyle, I guess. And they're indicated here. This will be the kind of the main apartment with the frescoes room, which will be living and dining. A good-looking kitchen here and a bedroom here, and that's the bathroom for this apartment. Rental apartment in the north part of the house, small one, just living and bedroom with a bathroom. And this room, since it has openings on both sides, could be either given to the rental apartments or to our apartment if we have family over. Another apartment in the side structure of the house, so living, dining, two bedrooms, and a bathroom. This space, which is going to get enclosed at some point of time, is going to be our atrium space, um, with a new stair that is going to get to the second level to avoid squeezing into that spiral staircase. That stair is a major point of contention with the commune. I really have no idea why, really. This is not visible from anywhere. I have buildings here, 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 so I really have no idea what their point is. But centro storico is a big thing, and I guess we'll have to work with the community to see what's going to happen, and and all that atrium space and the bedroom and the kitchen are open to my pride and joy, really the huge terrace, which we're going to enjoy morning coffee, if we're still sane and around. Second floor is complete mirror copy of the first one. One even bigger apartment than the bottom one, because it's a kitchen, living room, and dining in one space. There is certainly plenty of space to do that. This room is 47 square meters, 520 square feet, give or take, with the same bathroom on the side. And this is how we're going to get there: two access points, spiral case for fun, and everyday staircase through the new stair. That apartment also has a small terrace on the site here to get some view enjoyment as well. And this is the fifth rental apartment, which gets access from the city square here, from the village square, actually, from the village square here, living, dining, and bathroom. And the, the it was quite. We managed to do all this without demolishing any walls. Really, all these walls are between 60 and 80 centimeters in width, and they're all stone supporting arches, stone arches on many of the rooms on the ground level, and even on the second level. All the cantinas have arched ceilings, so demolishing any of these was pretty much a kind of very difficult, if not impossible to do. So we managed to kind of create all this without demolishing any walls in the house, which is, I think, the value of a good architect, looking at what you have, and making sense of what it is there, and finding the best way to move forward without costing an arm and a leg, really. Because as you can see here, the main house has four bathrooms, one here, and two more on the level below. So they are all connected into the same vertical sanitary stack going out in the back street, and there are no pipes running all over the place, or sewage pipes running all over the place. Everything is kind of economical, connecting to one pipe going down and out to the street. And if I actually go back to the ground floor, these two cantinas have an access to the back street. There is a small pedestrian street on this side of the house. So we have an access here to the patio in front of the house, access here to the back street, access here to the back street, access here to the front street. So, I mean, there is, as I said, plenty of space to go around. And now, just to make sense of uh, mm, of the vertical arrangement of the spaces, here is a section through the house. This is the cantina level, as I said, almost completely above ground, uh, um, and this is the main floor with my terrace, with a future pergola on top to provide shading and privacy here. and that floor has access to both of the terraza and directly to the church square on the north side of the house. The level difference between here and the bottom part of the house is close to I would say about 4 or 5 meters. So as you can see, the terrain is fairly steep. It's the end of the mountain around here, so um, we do have quite a level difference for the whole village really. And then we have the perspective from the front as we imagine it really, with a new pool here, infinity edge if possible, the two open arcs that are going to be repurposed for other activities, my pergola, and the it's a very good looking patio in front of the ground floor spaces we're creating here. And at the back we can see the new parking space with direct access to the church square right here. And just another perspective showing you the other side. This is the small street that is connecting the Strada Provinciale right here and the church square right here. We do need to remodel the existing stone fence and create new openings and the new parking space for we imagine 2 cars, because the only parking space right now is on the church square. We have the right of way to do, uh, but but still, when it's summer, it gets kind of crowded with vacationing families, etc. So having your private space is will be a real plus. This is the only existing door to the outside on this north face of the house. This is brand new opening for the one of the rental apartments with some windows. So this is the grande idea, and we have started really with some of the work, and we'll continue doing so this year. But that will just put things in perspective to kind of make sense of what I'll be doing as far as renovation is concerned. So I'll get right to that in the next section of this video.
Okay, this is the task for today. All that brush, all that overgrowth, all that happened in the past 2 years with nobody here needs to get cleaned today. There are roses underneath. There is a 100-year-old plant here. There's another one there, and looking down, clean, clean, clean. Let me see, and also clean here. I had started, but it was Sunday, so the neighbor told me to stop, which was fine. Sunday is Sunday, day for rest. So clean here, and then go all the way down and start cleaning this mess. This is the same thing. Like this was all. This was all not a beautiful, but it was at least level with some normal grass, and now it's like a jungle here. Jungle, jungle, jungle. So the job for today, clean, clean, clean. I have no idea how long it's going to take, but I'll do my best. and it's a beautiful morning out here in Serravalle. And this is actually my landscape progress. I'm not sure whether I taped this, taped, a word I haven't used in years. Whether I made a video of this, but if you remember, this was all grown up, and I discovered some roses, some I call them 100-year-old plants. I don't know what's the proper name, the botanical name. And then this is a little bit of a history. I'm told the house had a fountain. This was the upper garden. The house had a fountain. You can see the outline here. Now covered up, of course, with a small rose garden, which my wife has every intention to restore. And then that fountain led to a small kind of sink with a drinking fountain over there, actually, over here behind the door, right here. That was kind of a drinking fountain right here. And then, wait, there is more. And then this is my patio area. And then that was the other clear up. That was the other clear up area here, where that pear tree, which is dead, really, it can't be saved. And according to my concept, this is going to be something completely different here. But this was all overgrown, and this is the pile of junk I've collected over the past week. Actually, that was a week ago, so it's now all kind of slimmer down, but it was probably double the size. Oh, Dan, there is something scary there. And then what I was going to tell you is that the water from that fountain and the drinking fountain led to this, which was their hot tub. I'm told, kind of it looks like a small swimming pool, uh, kind of thing. But even in the ancient time, some people had standards. And yeah, I never shown this, but these are the two front arches of the house where the old swimming pool is. Another one, I have no idea what to use that for at this time. And then our terrace is right on top of it with the main view, really the beautiful view all across the Magra Valley. It's a bit too sunny now for a good view, but when it's early in the morning or late in the evening, it's all clear from here as far as you can see. And then the other view is actually not bad as well. I'm pretty sure I shown you this, but see kind of a Rockies type of mountains on the left, which are also almost as beautiful as the Magra Valley. So good views all around. So yeah, weekly progress part 2.